computer. Okay. All right. Well, welcome to Thursday Night Shift. There's a lot of familiar faces and there's a lot of faces that we don't know. So welcome to those that are joining us because of Active in April. This is something that we've actually been doing. I don't even know for how long, maybe the others can remember, but we've been doing the Thursday Night Shift with our groups for a while now. It's become one of our favorite nights of the week. Something that you will find during these Thursday Night Shifts is they're kind of just off the cuff. We have a basic plan. We kind of, we talk, but there's not really a whole lot of scripting here. We kind of just fill in where we can based off of our many years of all being with Scentsy and Superstar Directors. So tonight we are going to talk a little bit about what to expect for Active in April and some things that will be happening in there, give you guys a few little teasers. And then also we have a participation thing. So be ready to answer in the chat to answer a question for us there. And then we have a fun surprise at the end. So remind me guys, now I'm forgetting.
Callie, Callie, would you just let's have everybody introduce themselves before they talk, because some of these people probably don't know who in the heck they're watching.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm Callie Tara Smith, formerly known as Callie Tara Petticord. I am a Superstar Director that lives in Utah. I run my business alongside my mom, Becca Levi, and we are the Superstar Directors for Team and Group Make It Happen. I've been with Scentsy since January of 2011, and it's the dream job. So who wants to go next? Jody?
Okay, sure. All right, everyone. I'm Jody Farmer from upstate New York, and I now live in the wonderful state of North Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. So I really wish SFR was happening in person this year because it would have been like a 30-minute drive, but it's not. Anyway, and I have been with Scentsy since 2008, and I love everything about this job. So how about Miss Melissa?
Hi, everybody. Thanks, JoJo. Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa Gratz. I am a Superstar Director in Michigan. I've been with Scentsy since 2008 as well. And it feels like a really long time and a really short time all at once. And I just love that we get to do this together. My favorite saying is, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I think that describes the Scentsy culture 100,000,000%. So we're so excited that you're here, and we're looking really, really forward to Active in April. All right, Heather, you're on my screen.
All right, I'm Heather Gorsuch, a Superstar Director down here in Pearland, Texas, AKA Houston area. I joined July 2009. Just a little bit of trivia. This is my 12th direct sales business. I joined when I was 18, folks. I'm very old as dirt now. But this is my favorite out of all of them, and I'm not going anywhere. Beautiful Miss Gilmer, Texas, JP.
Hello, I'm Jamie Pilcher from Gilmer, Texas. It's East Texas. It's a really small town. I've been with Scentsy since 2006. And yeah, like I just amen to what everyone else has already said. I love not being alone. I love being able to do all this together all the time. So glad you're here, Jilly Sue.
There's 100 people on Facebook. Hi guys, I'm Jill McCarthy, known to most just as Jilly Sue. I'm originally from Maine, Superstar Director, but now I've been in Florida for 21 years and love it. And I joined in August in 2009. Gosh, that seems so long ago. So welcome to so many of you for your first shift. Oh, who's next?
Me.
Jen.
I think, right? Is it just me? So, right. Her spot. So, fun fact, I did a home party back in 2008. And at my home party, for the first time, somebody joined. She raised her hand and said, I'll join right now. I used to play a card game and I gave 4 cards for anybody who would book a party. So this wonderful lady named Angela raised her hand and said, I don't want to book a party, but I want to join. And I said, okay, I'll give you 6 cards. I gave her 6 cards, and her first recruit was Jill McCarthy. So this cute Angela is no longer a Scentsy consultant. So Jill is my frontline Superstar Director from a home party. How cool is that? So my name is Jen Audette, and I live in Maine. I joined in August of 2008. and was a dental hygienist at the time and was able to retire 5 years in. So now we are living the dream life. I think I was the last one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Kelly's just
okay.
gonna come back. She's so moved by your talking that
I'm
has to
so
pause up.
moved by it. I'm just so excited. I like feel like I'm multitasking because we do have a lot of new participants, and so I'm like doing different things here and there. If you are listening right now, we did open up this Active in April, or this Thursday night shift, for everybody that wants to participate in Active in April. So I saw somebody say, "Hey, I snuck in," and I'm like, "No, you're okay. It's actually open for everybody." We so if you want to invite your teams or whatever, you still have a chance to do that. As you kind of witnessed as we went around the round robin there, we are kind of a hot mess and we just kind of go with the flow. So so I hope that if you don't enjoy scatterbrained, hopefully you can hang with us to get the information for a few hours over this next month. But we are very excited. So one of the first things we would like to hear from you, and Heather, you might have to help me with this one if you wrote it down, is we want to hear from you in the chat. So every Thursday night shift, we start out with a question. And we all answer that question. But tonight we also have a question for you guys. So in the chat, if you want to put this, if you are on Facebook, you can also put it in the Facebook chat. Heather, the question was worded like.
I wrote it down.
Just
Jody
kidding.
wrote it down.
Jody wrote it
I
down.
was like, Jody has it. Jody has it.
Hey, ladies, I got you, Kelly, Tara. Okay, so in the chat, we need you guys to do us a favor, like Kelly just explained, and tell us what is a tool or what is something that you wish you had in your business. And I'll give you some examples. Do you want a specific training, like on social media or Canva, or would you love to have a certain guest speaker attend one of our Thursday night shifts or a training of some sort? What about a webinar or a podcast or certain types of documents, anything like that? What is something that you wish you could just get your fingertips on and dive into?
Yeah,
And try and be as
a tool.
specific as you can, as specific as you can.
Look at those. And I can't, whoop, whoop. Make sure we save the chat. Whoever, Callie.
Yes, I will have the chat. Yep.
Melissa's daily schedule. No, I want to see that too.
Yeah, me too.
Target will be at the top.
But yeah, make it really specific, because
Like, I would love business cards, or I would love this template, or I would love a template for that. Like this type of training specifically, not just,
yeah, the more specific, you probably are going to get your wish to come true, the more specific you are.
Yeah, and not necessarily just sponsoring, booking, and sales. We're not talking about that. We're talking about business tools, right? Like, what do you want to improve in your business? Or maybe you saw someone's round sticker label or their watermark, or you're like, what is something you really would love to learn or have in your business if you don't already have it, or maybe want a facelift on that particular thing? Or just, yeah, be specific. Don't be generic. All right, this is better.
A lot of things.
A lot.
Yeah, tons of
That's
comments
awesome.
on Facebook too.
I see that we might be able to make some dreams come true right quick. I mean, I can't keep up
I
with
know.
that.
I'm
but
already seeing some things that some dreams might be coming true.
I feel like a
That's
fairy
awesome.
godmother with my wand, being like, "Hey, we're coming for you."
Jody, you look exactly like a fairy godmother. You're just missing the wings.
I got those instead. All right, you guys. So our question for us tonight that we're going to talk to you guys about is, hey, Heather, you might have to remind me of how you worded this part because I didn't write this one down. But as we get ready for Active in April, what is a piece of advice or something we want to tell everybody so that they're most prepared to get the best and most experience out of next month's Active in April? You want to take it away? Start the
Yes.
here?
Yeah, so all the Superstar directors will have an opening question. We're all going to answer it really quickly of what our answer is, just to hopefully help you. The one thing I hope that you take out of Active in April, or will help you in Active in April to be, get the most results or get the most bang out of your paycheck, is to, number one, what was I saying? I already lost what I was going to say. Hold on, I remember it because it was two-parter. My two-parter is, if you have a team, anything that you're doing, I want you to text your team members during the entire month of April, because the easier and that you can share these copy and paste tips or tasks that they can share easily. It's not just you succeeding in these tasks that we're giving you, but it's you connecting with those team members where you're also tasking it for them where it's as a whole doing it together. And I don't remember my other part, but.
I think it was samplings and being.
Oh, it was that, Jody. See, I knew. Okay, so you need to make sure have enough stuff for sampling. That way you've got something that's going to be announced and you want to be prepared. And it's the scent that sells. Some sort of samples, I don't care if it's rub and smell, I don't care if it's felt, half dipped, partially dipped, put in a drug bag. It doesn't matter. These little dime bags, it doesn't matter what it looks like. I call them drug bags, but they're not. I'm not even a druggie. I just, I call them that because that's what it reminds me of. Go ahead. I'll unmute. Mute.
Okay. I'm going to follow Heather because why not? That was just so fun, right? Heather and her shenanigans. Something I want every single one of you to remember when we're doing Active in April or any training for that matter is you have to come with an open mind. If you come in and you're listening to us right now and you're sitting back thinking, this is boring, I'm not going to get anything out of this, I already know all this, I've already tried that, it didn't work. No, you might as well hang up now because you know it all. That's not the answer. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You have to be ready to learn. You have to be willing to say to yourself, I'm going to come into this with an open mind. And even if I've tried this one task that they're going to give me, maybe if I try it a little bit different, if I tweak it, or maybe the timing will be better, you have to be positive and you have to be willing to do things that maybe will make you uncomfortable because we've been here a long time and we promise you, you're not alone. Melissa's already told you that. And when you get uncomfortable, it's when you find the greatest treasures this business has to unlock for you. So come ready to learn and be engaged always. Who'd like to follow? Jamie does.
I will go. I would say make sure that you're in the monthly movement group. I know we've all been talking about and hyping it up, but make sure that you're there and that your notifications are on and that you check it multiple times a day. Sorry, I talk with my hands. Make sure that you're checking it multiple times a day because it's going to be worth all the time. I promise. And it's going to challenge you because if we're not challenged, we can't grow. So be ready to be challenged and do some new and fun and exciting things. So I would just say, make sure you're tuned into the right places to hear all the things. I don't remember who was next.
I can go. On my screen, we're like right in order, so it's cool. I would get all of your contacts and your contact tab. Take some time to get that stuff in order, meaning get as many of your VIPs and your teams in your phones, because a lot of this is exact copy and paste texting or things you can post on your team pages. So there's major value in having your customers in your phone, whether you're using apps and group texting or doing personal one-on-ones and having conversation. Like that's really how you get that extra PRV, is building those relationships through texting conversations, short videos, short Snapchats, whatever you want to do to make them feel closer to you. So get all of that in order, tag them certain things. If they're a VIP customer, tag them in their phone. If they're a club member, get all that stuff lined up, because all of your workstation information, if that's all up to date, that also syncs with Amy, which we'll be spending a lot of time on. So use the next 6 days to get organized as far as your contacts go.
I can go. So my tip is going to be kind of what I always say, is you have to remember to keep it simple. Don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed. So when you're in these pages, when you're learning all of this stuff, you are a sponge. You can soak it all in, but you got to wring a little bit out at night. So don't get overwhelmed. Take the things that work for you and put them to work. And even more important is your calendar has to be full. None of this is going to do you any good if you don't have customers or you don't have things on your calendar ready to go. If you don't have parties up and ready to go, it's going to be hard to implement a lot of the things that you're going to learn. So first and foremost, make sure you have everything set, everything ready to go. And then all of this stuff is going to work its way right into everything. It's just going to be magical.
Does that leave me?
Mojo
Can you hear
time.
me? You can hear me? Okay, thanks. I've been having trouble with my microphone every time I mute and then I come back. I don't know if I can be heard or not. So here's two things that I think would be well, what I think is the most important thing to mention tonight. And that is taking in everything that's going to come your way. You have an opportunity for the next 40 days to have so much information at your fingertips. And here's the really cool part. You don't have to bite off everything all at once. That page and your membership to that page, so long as you remain active with your business and a Scentsy consultant, you'll be in that page. You can reference back to some of the things that have been shared. And the biggest thing, though, that I can tell you is the most contagious and the most beneficial for your business is the energy that surrounds a movement. And so even when you feel like, I don't know, you're feeling down about yourself or your business, or I saw in the chat, anxiety with our Scentsy businesses, or just anxiety in everyday life, contagious positive energy from others that know exactly how to talk your talk is one of the best things that you can gift yourself. So even on hard days, or even on days where you're like, I don't have it in me today to even go to the monthly movement, because you need that energy. You need to be around that energy. And that is how you are going to build that momentum for your business for the month of April and beyond. The second thing is, if you are normally, because let's be real, if you're getting on this call tonight, or you get on any of the trainings that your leaders provide for you, you're probably selling $200 a month. Let's be real. Those that show up go up. And so you probably are already accustomed, you guys that are tuned in are accustomed to selling $200 a month and being active. So then I want you to set your goal on the next level to where you have to push yourself. So don't just set your sights on being active in April if you typically are active every month. Then I want you, and we want you, to push toward that next goal, whether it's 500, and if you have a team, to be able to get paid off of your team and to get those leadership bonuses. If you normally sell 500 or 1,000, pushing to 2,000. It's about striving and pushing yourself to the next level and knowing that you have a group with the energy to help you do it.
Well, I don't know if I wanted to follow her really. But so I'm kind of going to be also sharing with you some of the housekeeping things to deal with for the month of active in April. And these are definitely the things that I want you to know, because it'll be important. So as they mentioned, going into active in April and turning on your the monthly movement, which was where we host active in April, going in and making sure your notifications are on. The only people that you're going to see posts from in that group are admins. We do not have posting turned on for everybody. So yes, there's going to be a lot. Don't get me wrong. There are going to be a lot because we have some really great content. We all have different segments that we're going to be providing for you throughout the month of April. So there will be some, but you're not going to have all consultants posting. So if you go in and you turn on your notifications, we would definitely say to do that so that you can get that information. Now, I'm always the one also that gives the tough love. So hi, it's like I give those hard messages because I don't know why, but I get suckered into that. So one of the things I want you to do is I almost want you to just let loose, just shake off whatever you feel is holding you in place, just shake it off. Because a lot of times and this is not even just with active in April stuff or the monthly movement, but it's also stuff within our own teams that we see a lot, it's this very closed perspective. It's you're right here, you have your blinders on, and we share something to do and it's okay, I can't move unless I have every step by step, but I know exactly how to print it in. Do I put the paper in right side up or down side up? Okay. Let that go. Let it go. Try. If we share an idea with you and you're thinking, I don't know about that, reinvent it. Find a way that it works for you. The other thing is we're going to try to be 100% compliant all of the time, but we're human. We're very busy. This is an extra project that we added onto our plate on top of everything that we already do with our own individual groups and teams. So please practice grace with us as we go and do this yet again. Last year, we shared some out of compliance things. Not going to lie. We didn't realize it was out of compliance. We didn't know at that time that it was out of compliance. So practice grace with us if you can, because we're human. We are human. And practice grace with the other consultants. We will not allow any negativity whatsoever. No complaining, no negativity, no rudeness, no nothing. Automatic delete. The other thing is, please do not add your team members. send them the link. There are 4 questions that must be answered upon requesting to join. And if you add your teams and they don't see those questions, because Facebook does lots of really, really weird things, they get denied. And you think that they're there and getting the information, and guess what? They're not. So please, and if you haven't been accepted, really make sure that you are, or your team members are having issues. Everything is open for your teams to be getting in. If they have problems, close out Facebook, go back in and re-request to add. If you just send them the link, themonthlymovement.com, it's going to take them automatically to that Facebook group to join, where we will be hosting and sharing all of this information. Was there something else that I was supposed to touch on that I'm forgetting on that area? Anybody remember? Was there another?
I know we talked about a lot, but I do think that you covered it. And if not, I'm sure it'll come back to you.
Okay. So we just know that we have seriously some awesome stuff. And if you, with all of the things you're putting in the chat, there were several things that I would be checking off. Already, something that I will say that was a question that I saw, and Anna also really helped to answer this question, is if you are flat out saying, I'm struggling with parties and bookings, Anna Hughes and Rachel Pence just put on a really great bookings boot camp that we're also going to be tying into Active in April. You can just search bookings boot camp on Facebook. And guys, there is some really, really, really awesome content that even all of us are like excited to implement into our businesses, but we got to get Active in April done first for you guys before we can shift into that. So definitely go over there and join that group. Does anybody else have something they want to share about Active in April? Any teasers you want to give?
I think Miss Heather is going to kind of explain a little bit about what we're going to do in Active in April before I share the big surprise. Dun, dun, dun. Take it away, Gorsuch.
All right. So we're super excited about Active in April. So every single day you're going to see posts that are going to be simply like copy and paste, or an idea that you go take the picture yourself or recreate to have your own identity, to create your brand, to engage with social media, to send to your customers, these tasks, along with tons of other content. And like Callie said, we are going to implement all of this party style that they just finished on that awesome page. So every single day, Rachel will be sharing a party style that you can watch, either implement, or put it in your brain bank for later and use later. You don't have to adapt every single thing that you see, but you have to do some sort of action daily in order to get results. It's not just post once, see what happens, wait a week, come back later. You want to build this daily momentum, and that is why every day you will see content posted throughout the entire day at different times. So you want to really be tuned in and make that commitment. I forget how long they say, how many days it takes to make or break a habit, but if you can commit to Active in April during the 30 days, that's a really good start to building some consistency in your business to create the results that you're looking for. Whether that is host, whether that is a new team member, whether that is booking parties or bumping up to a new title or increasing and getting 2,000 PRV and getting the 5% bonus. This is going to be whatever you need it to be. It has been proven that it works clearly, because I was in disbelief a little bit hearing the numbers from home office, but as many times as I've heard it the past year, I'm like, okay, this must have had some sort of impact in people's lives. Otherwise, we wouldn't be hearing home office talk about it a lot, right? So that's why we're like, you know what? We are doing this again because we can together be stronger and better together and make a really big difference. So as a huge kickoff to Active in April, I want to give all of you a sneak peek, especially for those of you that are watching even the replay. How many of you are like, I just need to book parties. I want a party, but you're like, oh, that's a lot of steps. I don't know if I have all the things to do it. I've got to find someone. People are so busy. I don't know if they can get on Facebook for 30 minutes. You see where I'm going, right? How many of you get junk mail or catalogs in the mail? Everybody get that? And you're flipping through like I love the Dollar Tree one that I get. It's exciting to me. And the catalog I love. And my husband just got the Olakai catalog. We were flipping through that. People love flipping through catalogs, wouldn't you say? I mean, I do. So the best catalog I own and love to flip through, even when I'm on the pooper, is the Scentsy catalog, right? Who doesn't love a good Scentsy catalog? So picture this, Sicily, 1950. No, just kidding. That's for my Golden Girls fans because I am Dorothy. Here is the new concept. You find a hostess. You don't know where to start? You better start with your list of people. Right now, write down the closest 5 people to you. If you were selling dirt today, who would you call to say, I need you to buy this pile of dirt because I'm selling it? Write your names down. Start your list of everybody you know of names. This is going to help you get a jump start. Next, you're going to reach out and say, hey, I just heard about an awesome party style and I want you to be my guinea pig. Will you help me do it? I have to do it with somebody that I trust because I've never done this before and I'm going to be scared to death if it's a flop. But if you help me, I won't feel as bad if I mess up. Well, if I said that to anybody, my friends would be like, sure, I'll do it for you because I don't want you to look like an idiot. My friends have my back. So I'm not even going to tell them what it is. I'm going to say, okay, let's get 15 people here, 20 people, right? That's the focus. Next, thank you for booking a party. I'm so excited. I'm going to fill out my Google form and send it out. Have them fill out my Google form. Don't stress out too much. The Google form is very important. It could be a Jot form, a Google form, a Google Doc, a Google, whatever, all these documents they have. The point of it is, we will, Callie, thank you. The point is you are collecting information and having critical questions on there that you can follow up with. Offer to have your hostess earn an extra half-price item. How interested are they in the business? It is a one and all document that you will use now and you will use later. All of those people that fill out that Google form or Google Doc or Jot form by the deadline is going to get a sample pack from you. Your sample pack might be a product list and 2 sliver wax samples and a handwritten note saying, thank you so much for being here. With something else, I'll tell you in a minute. It could be a showcase brochure with an additional little sheet. Or if you want to take it further and implement the catalog, here is the concept. It is party while you're fill in the blank. Party while you're pooping. I did say you can sit on the toilet and sit and flip. Party while you're doing whatever. The concept is, and don't be scared. I know all of you, I heard some of you say, oh, I don't know how to do a QR code. Well, guess what? We have had a variety of consultants make very amazing videos that are for all regions. They're not specified with price. It doesn't have their name or where they live or specific things about a product. Everyone can use these videos. So if you're fearful of making a video or talking on camera, you don't have the right words, guess what? We've got it all for you ready to go. All you have to do is either buy a sticker sheet 8.5 by 11 or pick up these 1.5 inch by 1.5 inch or 1 inch by 1 inch square labels, run it through your printer, print. Whenever it comes out, you're going to write what it is because I don't want to be scanning for days. I just want to know where it goes. You're going to go through and assemble your catalogs or a piece of paper, and you're going to place that QR code on the appropriate pages. So all it is, sending the paperwork with the samples, they can scan at their leisure, and it looks something like this is what they will see. Hold on. How do I get to the screen? Right here. Ready? Go.
Hey everybody, I wanted to take a quick second and tell you about 2 of the programs that I think are the coolest programs offered by Scentsy. The first one is the Scentsy Whiff Box. Now we all know how popular subscription boxes are these days, and we have our very own Whiff Box that can be delivered straight to your front porch. What is in the Scentsy Whiff Box? Well, it varies from month to month, but there's always some exciting full-size products, maybe some fragrances that haven't come out yet that you get to test before anybody else. Hand cream, samples of products maybe you've never purchased before. It is the coolest. I love when my Scentsy Whiff Box arrives at my door. It's a mystery what's in it, and I get to open it and try products that even I as a consultant maybe haven't tried before. The second program is Scentsy Club. Now, there's one thing that makes Scentsy Club super special, and it is the Always Get My Bar promotion. Anytime Scentsy discontinues a fragrance, even if it's your favorite, you get to put that bar in your Scentsy Club, and Scentsy will continue to make it for you for as long as you keep it in your Scentsy Club subscription. How cool is that? This is just a little bit of my Scentsy Club stash that I get on a monthly basis that Scentsy continues to make for me. This fragrance was part of a special collection that Scentsy brought out, and it went away. It was only available for a short period of time, but I loved it. And so I was able to add it to my subscription, and it's delivered to my porch monthly. Now you can set your frequency for your Scentsy Club to be monthly, every 2 months, or every 3 months. And here's what's even cooler about the entire thing. If you have a Scentsy Club that is $60 or more, you can add the Scentsy Whiff Box for half price. And that could be a part of your club as well. If you don't have a fragrance that's been discontinued and you don't right now need to take advantage of Always Get My Bar, you still have the ability to take advantage of Scentsy Club. So any of the items that you can't live without on a monthly basis that are consumable from Scentsy, you can build a Scentsy Club around that and have those items delivered directly to your porch at the frequency that you set. Awesome, right? For more details, see the catalog or ask your consultant and they're happy to explain it to you. Happy shopping.
Is anyone loving this? So that's just a little sample of one of 15 different QR codes. Now, the amazing Christina Stainbrook has created all of the paperwork ready for you to go. Are you worried about maybe that they might miss a QR code and miss one of the favorite products that they want to purchase? Well, don't worry. There is a printout. She even told you what kind of great paper to print on this. It prints 2 per page. On the back side has almost like a little visual road map where you can follow along to make sure all QR codes are hit. Run it through your printer, take a pair of scissors, you can cut it up and either attach it to the front of your catalog, put it in your party packs. It's totally up to you what you want to do with this. If you, for some reason, aren't going to use catalogs, put all the QR codes on a sheet of paper and include it, right? It doesn't have to be all fancy pantsy. The main thing is that they have the QR codes to scan all of the different things in the catalog. Now, it simply is just a scan, smell, and shop. Everything's ready to go at your fingertips. However, I would highly recommend doing an intro video for you. So my first QR code, and we will have training on how to do a QR code. It is very simple, not complicated. The first QR code they're going to scan is me. I want them to know me as their consultant. So it will say something like, "Hi, I'm Heather Gorsuch, your Scentsy lady, or your new Scentsy lady. I'm so excited that you're here for this party. I cannot wait to spoil you rotten. Customer service is my #1 priority." I just made that up. I don't even know if I'm saying that, but I just said that there. The last one, I would also encourage you, if you can or you want to, have your closing video done. Maybe it's a booking special that you want to put in there. The reason why, as long as the video is unlisted, it's not technically out in the open, right, for public to hear it. Like, it's one-on-one communication. So we just want you to make sure, get confident. If you're confident in doing your videos, great. If not, we've got some filmed for you that you can use. It literally is print and go. And if you don't have a stapler, tape it. If you don't have a printer, send them to Office Depot or Office Max and see if they can print them there. I mean, there's ways to get this happening. And people, I think, would be very welcoming to have a party style where it's, let me send you the packs. You have all week to scan at your leisure. Place your order by Friday so our hostess can earn lots of free and half price. The end.
Ta-da. Who's excited? Like, show of hands here. So many people don't party because they don't know how to say what, they don't know how to talk about the product. They don't know they get so nervous that they talk themselves right out of doing a Facebook Live or a home party when those are a thing. I love how Melissa just explained Scentsy Club. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I know what Scentsy Club is, you guys. But the way she explained it is totally different than how I would explain it. And I love it. Why is the Zoom screen going all over the place? Anybody know?
Yeah, when people are raising their hands, they pop to the top.
Woo! I'm like feel like I'm gonna have a seizure over here. Okay. So anyway, we've already mentioned a couple of times tonight that this is a great tool to have, but you probably need to have a full calendar, right? Who would agree with parties great, but you have to have people to host those parties. So mic drop, guys, we're doing a booking blitz. You're welcome. If you've never done a booking blitz, welcome to your very first one. We are so excited, okay? Now, remember this, we've told you before, you do not have to do everything the exact same way we tell you to. We give you the content, we give you the ideas, you tweak it. You need to be yourself, right? But we are gonna give you some scripts in case you really are stuck and you don't know what to say. We're gonna give you some ideas. But again, I'm gonna reiterate this, it's very important when you're doing any sort of script that you sound like you. If you don't say, hey girl, into a normal text message, please don't start off a text with going, hey girl, because your customers will be like, who in the heck is texting me? They're not gonna think it's you. Happened to me today with my sister. She thought I saw our fraud link and it wasn't. It really was me, but it didn't sound like me, right? So we're gonna start with a few guidelines of what you wanna do. Now, for some of you, I understand that it's a little late at night and you may not wanna call people. So if that's you, if you find yourself in that situation, we encourage you over the next few days to continue this booking blitz. Maybe grab an accountability partner, do it with a few of your other Scentsy friends or your teammates. The point is you want to get people on your calendar. And when we do things together, we create that motion and that movement together, it gets excitement. We're not alone in this business. When we get yeses and when we get no's, it happens to all of us. We're never, ever alone. So you can text people. There is this one rule. You are not allowed to mass text. Nobody likes that. No mass emails, no mass text, individual, personalized. Voice messaging is my favorite way to message people, especially if I know them. If they're a customer that's been with me for a while, I want to make it personal. Hey, Teresa, it's Jody. Hope you're great. Guess what? I've got a brand new party style and I thought that you'd be one of my first to try it out. Can I put you down for April? It's as simple as that. That's it. Or let me see, let me pull up my little list. I wrote down a few so I wouldn't forget. I always start with, hey, that's my tagline. So, hey, Gail, I hope you're having a great day. I have a favor to ask. How would you feel about being a guinea pig on my new party style? I promise I'll do 99% of the work and you'll get spoiled. Now I've actually used that one twice and her name is Gail. And they've always been $700, $800, $900 party. I think her last one was 900, but I've used that almost exact tagline or whatever you want to call it script on her. She loves that I always think of her first when we come up with a new way to party. And she always does a great job as the host. So another one, hey, how's your Scentsy stash for spring? I have a new party style and I need a few hostesses that would be willing to give it a try. Will you give it a shot? So easy, you guys. So right now, take a few minutes. It might be a little bit silent in here so we don't disturb you, and send those voice messages, send a text, pick up the phone and call, use Facebook Messenger. The other thing, while you're doing that, use the chat. Tell us what's happening. Did you get a yes? So we want to celebrate that with you. Did you get a no? That's okay. We're all going to get those too. And if you find a message that's really golden, can you share that with us too? We would really appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paste some of these. I'll do them one at a time for you guys. So if you do need the script, it'll be over here in the chat. I wonder how many parties we can book tonight. Let's see, how many are on here right now? 309 on here. I don't know how many are on Facebook. Jill, how many are over there?
125.
120. So we should be able to really do some damage. At the end of the night, let us know how many parties you have booked in this so far. Melissa's busting at the seam. What do you?
Because here's the thing. Here's what I want to say. I was the person who before, like when somebody said, oh, we're going to do a booking blitz. Oh, we're going to do this activity. Oh, we're going to do, and I was always the one that was like, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that later. Like I was always the one that was like, yeah, all right. I'm going to look like I'm doing the booking blitz and and then you come to realize that those that actually participate in the activities and the blitzes and the things are the ones that make things happen. And so I feel you if you're like, I am going to just look like then you don't really get to participate in the reward.
Mm-hmm.
We are like giving, I think I saw even Rachel posted something right in the chat.
Yeah, Heather just posted a couple more.
And
So
Heather
there's
posted
lots of
some. Like,
ideas.
this is like,
We've
Let's
done
rock it.
booking blitz. I haven't done one in a while. So I went to my old team page and I was kind of, I typed in booking blitz. I was shocked at some of the results we had, like just a few people that took part, and we booked like 100 parties that went at a team meeting one night. Like, it's just fun to do it together and know you're not alone.
Because also hearing no sometimes can be a little discouraging, right? But that means we're one step closer to no. And so to know, oh, we already have some parties booked, to know that other people are on the same page with you, I think is always a good feeling, whether it's the good or the bad, right?
Okay, so we have 2, 3, 6. I'm gonna just.
Congrats, Shayna. Congrats, Haley. Congrats, Sarah. Tamika. Rebecca has one.
Okay, I can't keep up.
I feel like we should have music playing, like something pump up. Like,
Then we'll get turned in by the Facebook because we don't own the rights.
Facebook.
I know, huh?
somebody sing.
Not me, Callie.
If you have music turned on, it will, I guess, ban the video or something. So no one.
So another thing too, when it comes to asking, like some people just post things on Facebook and I have always called it hopeful posting. You post and you hope someone's going to respond. There's no business plan can survive on hope. You have to have a plan and real tangible actions to support what you want. So if your goal is to have 5 parties, you've got to reach out. I just got a party. Boom. So excited. So you really do have to do the work, and don't be afraid of no. We've said this 100 times and I'll say it again. Hang on, 1, 2, 3 more. When the waitress comes over at the end of your meal and asks if you want dessert or coffee and you say no, she's not upset, but she's going to ask the next customer the same thing. Get in the habit of asking people to host and join your team always. If you get them to host, that join conversation becomes a whole lot easier when we close out that party and we want to flip them. And this is how you start building your team and your business and that income that so many of you desire. I have no idea where I am on this party list, you guys, but we got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, someone else has 2. And someone said that their family won't host. It's okay, babe. My family doesn't sustain my business either. They can't. We can't expect them to, and it's unrealistic for us to expect them to. We have to meet new people. We cannot just sell to our circle of friends and family. Oh, or our, I've totally lost my train of thought, but you get what I'm saying. You have to reach out beyond your circle of friends and family. Make that list of 100, 30, 30 friends in 30 minutes, rank list, all of those ideas.
There's also a really great, if you're in our groups or you've been around, you've heard us mention this before, but Heather has also talked about the bubble exercise. So it's actually, I think her link is thescentedcommunity.com/bubble. We'll take you this fun YouTube video. And it talks about using this bubble method, kind of like the spider web thing you did when you were a kid, right? Things that applied to something. And so you could go in and you could start with your person and you could almost create their guest list. all on your own, because you can do this little bubble exercise. So if there's ever that excuse of, I don't know who I would invite, right? I'm sure we've all gotten that excuse, right? I don't have any friends. I don't even know who I'd invite. Oh, great. Look what I already did for you. I created this bubble of everybody that you can invite. I pretty much did your guest list for you. So that is another thing. I also want to point out, I think they're both on here. So Chrissy Domeno, actually, she had shared in one of our group trainings, I couldn't tell you when, that she went into her onto Facebook or her VIP pages and just asked a simple question of, and I think I have this wording correct, Chrissy, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but who would be interested in getting spoiled with Scentsy? That was the simple question. And that's how she booked a bunch of parties. Then Kim Rhodes, she's also on here. She's another director in our group. She posted that in her VIP page, and which she's active in, and she has a good following. So obviously, if that's not something you've done yet, then your response might not be as great. But she actually told us on one of our trainings that she had to schedule people way months in advance because too many people responded, that she didn't have enough time on her calendar to get to them all. Which now with this easy method, it would be, she would totally be able to, right? Because it's open the party, get the catalogs and stuff out, and you're pretty much done. You have to worry about scheduling all the different posts and things like that. Brittany, yes, let me go run over there and do that.
So Kelsey just said, holy crap, I've got 2. Did you doubt that this method works?
I have 2 as well. One of them asked, how does it work? I don't know how to answer her.
I don't know who was just saying that. Just tell them you'll be in touch with all the details.
Yeah, just tell them you'll be in touch with all the details. It's still new for you, and so you're excited and learning. But basically, it would just be having your friends and family fill out a sheet so that we could get you the information. You'll receive a packet in the mail, and that will be the party.
Another thing I just sent to, and she hasn't responded yet. Again, it's kind of late for East Coast. He said, hey friend, are you ready for a spring stock up? I can set up your shopping link for April, ? She's a customer who does host frequently. So that's why that type of verbiage would work. 3 from Michelle. 1, 2, oh shoot, sugar, 3. And then 2 for Crystal. This list might totally be inaccurate, but it might give us an idea of how we did tonight. Book one on Sunday, next Wednesday. I think so. 3. 1, 2, 3. And then Chrissy. Okay, Heather's got 1. 1, 2, 3. 1. Another. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 1. Okay. You guys are doing an awesome job. I can't even keep up with all the yeses. So Tonio got another one. And Logan got another one. Ashley's got a party and a potential fundraiser. Good job, June. 2 yes and 3 no. Wouldn't have got those 2 yeses though if we hadn't asked, huh? So that's awesome. Well, Robin,
if you sent me a message on purpose, I cannot find it, so let me know. But your name is highlighted for me, and I don't want to feel like you were ignored. But if you didn't, then maybe I clicked your name, and I just wanted to make sure we got you taken.
And while you're booking, I'm just going to let you know, just because the girls don't even know I'm saying this.
Oh, good.
They're going to get kind of mad. They won't. I'm just teasing. So something that we do once a month for our groups is on the last Thursday of every month, we have a game night. And so it's the same link. You actually don't even have to go anywhere. We give out real prizes, which is kind of fun, but only if you private message us your address and stuff. We're not going to seek you out to come give you freebies. But tonight is our game night. So we wanted to extend the invitation to all you guys because this call ends in 8 minutes, which is going to transition us into this very fun game night. Normally we play bingo or have a game that you can implement in your parties. But tonight, since it's active in April, we're going to do things a little differently and take you on a fun scavenger hunt-ish / show and tell. So we hope you're ready. I hope you have your things nearby and will participate and hang out with us for a little bit. Pour a glass of wine or a glass of ice cold lemonade and you can hang out with us for another 30, 45 minutes or an hour. It usually goes over. We just start talking too much.
Which I thought you were going a completely different direction with that. So I'm actually, while you're booking, I'm going to share this, which we kind of didn't talk about. So I'm going to share with you, on top of all the content that we have planned for April to help you build your business, we also have some different events, and this calendar will be posted into the monthly movement / active in April group. Only one group. Also, I will say I've gotten a couple messages with addresses. What Heather meant by, if you send us your address, we send you a prize, that's if you win in the game.
Yeah,
So
sorry.
Don't send them to me now. If you win in the game, then you would send your address to us so we would know where to send those prizes. And especially since you're not in our groups, we can't, not everybody is. Some of you are, but not everybody is. Okay, so back to the calendar. So this calendar will be posted in the group, and I will explain a few of these things and what they kind of mean. So again, here's the web address for the group, the monthly movement. Am I showing the right screen? I think so. Yeah, we see a calendar. Cool. Okay. So we have the monthly movement, which everything will be housed. There will be events there and all of that fun jazz. Every Monday in the month of April, we will be hosting a Explore Scentsy Opportunity Night. This is something that we have done with our groups on the second Monday of each month, but we are now extending this. So what does this mean and what does this look like? There will be an event in the monthly movement page and in our individual groups of those that we lead. And you can invite your potential consultants, those that are kind of on the fence, to come and hear a Scentsy Opportunity Night. Now, if you do not have a potential consultant that is attending, please wait until about 5 minutes after that 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can come hang out with us if there is space, but if there is not, we want to make sure that those potential consultants can get on and the person that has invited them to the call. So do keep that in mind. We have also asked other leaders that if they would like to create their own for their groups and their teams to do so. So maybe see if you see anything come across your pages from your leaders. Some may do that, some may not. We're not quite sure, but we are going to invite you guys to ours. And if other ones kind of fill in, then we'll create those events if they are open to all consultants. Some other things that we have is what's called the online virtual cubicle. So what has it been, over a year already, or maybe almost 2 years? We started doing for directors and above in our groups what's called Work It Wednesday, where they can come on, and it's kind of like just an open cubicle. So imagine you were at the office and you were all in your individual cubicles, but here we are on Zoom, and we just kind of hang out. We might share what we're working on. We might not share. It might be silent and everybody might be muted, and then we're talking about a topic. So it's just basically an online cubicle, and we have those. We wanted to switch the days up so that multiple people could attend based off of if they had conflicts on certain nights. So the first one will be the 5th, Monday the 5th. The second one will be the 13th. The third one will be the 21st. And the last one will be the 29th, right before Thursday night shift. So you could just come on, work with us, hang out, all that fun jazz. And then we also have our Thursday night shifts all throughout the month of April that you are welcome to join us for. Online cubicles, we might be adding more of those depending if other leaders would like to implement those and they share that information with us, then we can implement those as well onto the calendar. And again, this will all be housed in the monthly movement group, which houses active in April. And then
can we
you'll
just
see
really quick add on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time that if you have any potential recruits that are Spanish speaking only, there is also an opportunity call in Spanish for those people as well. We've got a superstar director that was so kindly volunteered and said, I do them every Wednesday. I'll open them up to anyone that has a Spanish speaking only potential new team member that can join their call. You can find all of these events in the monthly movement page under events. Click event, look at each one. You'll see the date. You can click going. It'll send you a nice reminder ahead of time, but that's where you find everything.
And I wanted to actually, yes, all of that. And I wanted to circle back because I didn't want to forget this. So we called our online cubicle, I saw somebody comment, we called that Work It Wednesday. Melissa has actually started doing the online cubicle with her team. And so that's where that title came from. I want to make sure we got give her credit. I know she loves us, but just wanted to point that out that some of her team members and stuff have already been doing that. And I know enjoying it. So, and again, it's not a training. They will not be recorded. So if you ask if those ones are recorded, they will not be, because it's not really a recorded type thing. So keep that in mind. Seeing more parties. Jody, have you been keeping track or did you completely lose it?
I'm really trying.
There's somebody had a question. If you have a new Spanish speaking consultant that needs help and can't find any advice, there's actually 3 different Facebook groups that they can join. Donna, I will locate those. They're saved in my phone under photos, but I have to scroll through all the things to find them.
So I have no idea how accurate this is. Well, because I was trying to send my own messages and keep track of that, but then some people will be like, I got another one, and then I get confused. But we've got a lot, so that's really what matters.
I guess at the end of the day, anybody in Scentsy that is feeling like they are lacking something in their business needs to go to that group and join themonthlymovement.com. Like that group on Facebook, because there will be literally something for everyone. And there's also a teaser in there of some of the different areas we'll be highlighting.
I think we're up to around 170. Courtney, that's okay that you got to know. No does not mean no forever. Now, you'll be in her mind if she's ever thinking, oh, my house is so stinky. Let me call Courtney and get some Scentsy. All right, we are about done. I hope that you guys continue this. Somebody got 5. That's awesome, Monica. Tina got 3, so that's 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Raquel, send me a message, private message, so I don't lose track that what you're asking me for the groups, for the Spanish groups. I've got to locate them. I've got them somewhere. But and Donna, send me a message too, just so I don't forget to get back to you guys. I'm about to pour wine and I probably will forget.
So someone asked, how are we asking? Joanne, you got 10 out of 10. That's amazing. You do it however you want, whether it's picking up the phone and calling them, voice message, text message, Facebook Messenger, email, however it is you normally contact with your customers. So you guys aren't alone. I sent 3 messages. That's all I managed to do tonight, and I've only got 1 yes so far. But that doesn't mean Courtney had 14 booked before the party. So again, no right now doesn't mean, or no response. I mean, again, it could be late. These people could be busy. You don't know what's going on. They still may reach out. So do we want to wrap up this portion of the call? Anything else?
Oh yeah, we're at the top of the hour, huh?
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour.
Okay,
And
so the most important
parties, easily.
What was that? Sorry, go ahead.
We easily did book 200 parties in the last, within 20 minutes, really, is what all the time we gave this. 20 minutes, 200 parties, at least. So that's awesome.
And that's not including what happened on Facebook.
Oh, that's right. You're right. That's only right here. So amen to that. Great job, everyone. I know sometimes booking blitz freak people out. Thanks for not hanging out. Well, some of you might have.
You did. It's all right.
If you did,
Um, so now what's going to be key is that you get the shopping list. It's posted in the Active in April group, the monthly movement group. So you're going to want to make sure you have your shopping list. You're going to want to make sure over this next week that if you don't have catalogs or brochures or your showcase brochures or your product sheets, if you don't have those yet, then you're going to want to make sure you get those ordered, right? So you'll be able to go as we get all of the details and information out to you on the 1st. You're going to want to make sure that you get items for sampling. So if you have any orders that you're closing out at the end of this month, use those free and half price items to get your half price pack of bars, to get something in either, if you're in region 1, to get something that is Johnny Appleseed, if it's a dish soap, if it's bars, counter clean, whatever. Get yourself your supplies for, what else am I missing? Your labels. If you don't have a printer, figure out what you're doing about that. Am I going to Staples? Am I doing this, that, or the other? So you're just going to kind of get that in place. Some other things that you can do is you can go ahead and already get your parties opened up on your personal websites, right? So you can go ahead and get those links started for the parties that you booked, get them a link and let them know that all of the rest of the stuff will be coming over. I would say probably give yourself a couple days, the first couple days of April, to make sure that you get your QR codes printed and get them into the catalogs so that you'll have time to get them out in the mail. So you'll probably will want to give yourself a little bit of grace time for the date that you choose to start that. What else is something that could be, I know we already mentioned some of this stuff, but really that's important you want to do in this last week of March. Is that good?
Yeah, I would work on that list of 100 for sure.
Yep. Because there's more to come and you might have way more that you want to book based off of other things that you get to see as we continue.
And nobody hold orders for March. If anybody's thinking, I want to make April great, please don't do that. Don't wreck your March. That's why we didn't want to share this too early. Never, ever hold your orders. Best advice we could probably give you. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stop the recording and the streaming, my love. Good night, everyone.
Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you're excited for the future shifts.